Is Norway really the budget killer everyone claims it is? I'm about to show you exactly how expensive Norway gets, and the insider tricks that saved me over $800 on my 2-week trip. Most tourists overspend by 40% here. Let me show you why that won't be you. Hey travellers, welcome back to Wander Whispers. Today we're diving into Norway's reputation as one of the world's most expensive destinations. After spending 2 weeks exploring this stunning country, I'm breaking down the real costs and sharing the money-saving hacks that the travel guides don't tell you. If you've been dreaming of fjords, northern lights and epic mountain views but worried about the price tag, this video is for you. Let's get into it. Let's face reality first. Norway is expensive. Here's what you're looking at for basic expenses. A standard hotel room in Oslo, expect to pay 1,200 Norwegian kroner, that's about $115 per night. Even hostels will set you back around 400 Norwegian kroner or $38 for a dorm bed. During my stay, I tracked every expense to see if there were patterns to the pricing. This graphic shows the stark differences between Norway, Germany and the USA across different lodging platforms and price categories. Norway accommodations are consistently higher across all types of lodging, with prices up to 90% higher than Germany and 35% higher than the USA. The comparison includes 3 accommodation types: Airbnb, Booking.com and hotels. It shows the average cost per night in euros and highlights that Norway accommodations are 76 to 90% more expensive than Germany and 25 to 38% more expensive than the USA. The pattern is consistent regardless of booking platform or accommodation type. Look at these prices. A basic burger meal costs around 200 Norwegian kroner, which is $19, and a dinner at a mid-range restaurant starts at 400 Norwegian kroner or $38 per person. Even a simple coffee can cost you 50 Norwegian kroner. That's $5, twice what you'd pay in most European countries. I spent nearly $60 a day on food when I first arrived, but by the end of my trip, I got that down to $25. I'll show you how in a minute, and don't even get me started on the cost of alcoholic beverages. Here's a comparison of prices at Kiwi supermarket versus restaurants and bars, and the cost of making meals versus eating out in Norway, Germany and the USA. This graphic shows the price differences between basic daily food items in Norway versus Germany. Notice the clear visual contrast with blue bars for Norway and orange bars for Germany. Specific price points in euros make the comparison tangible, and the red percentage values on the right show the markup in Norway compared to Germany, ranging from plus 50% to plus 115%. The items selected are staples, protein sources and snack breakfast items that travellers commonly purchase. Prices were collected from Norwegian discount supermarket Kiwi and German discount chains Aldi, Lidl. Public transportation in Oslo cost about 40 Norwegian kroner, which is around $4 for a single ticket. Renting a car? That's 800 Norwegian kroner or $76 per day, plus fuel at about 20 Norwegian kroner or $2 per litre. Check out this comprehensive taxi price comparison graphic to see how Norway stacks up against Germany and the USA. Taxi in Norway is extremely expensive. That's when I knew I needed a better strategy. Skip the city centres and look for accommodations in residential areas. I saved 40% by staying just 15 minutes from downtown Oslo by tram. Sites like Airbnb and Booking.com often have apartments with kitchens for the same price as a basic hotel room. Even better, Norway has freedom to roam laws, meaning camping is free in most natural areas. During my trip to the fjords, I saved nearly $300 by camping for 4 nights instead of staying in hotels. Norwegian supermarkets like Rema 1000 and Kiwi are your best friends. I spent 250 Norwegian kroner, which is about $24, on groceries that lasted me 3 days of breakfasts and lunches. Pro tip, look for the knuckle or keyhole symbol on products. These are often cheaper, healthier options that locals buy. For dining out, lunch specials are typically 30 to 40% cheaper than dinner menus for the same dishes. And most importantly, avoid alcohol in restaurants where a beer can cost 90 Norwegian kroner, around $8.50. If you want to drink, buy from the Vinmonopolet, the state liquor store, and enjoy at your accommodation. City cards like the Oslo Pass or Bergen card include free public transportation and museum entries. I did the math. If you visit just 3 attractions and use public transport twice daily, you're already saving money. For longer distances, book train tickets with VY at least a week in advance for mini-pris tickets that can be 70% cheaper than day of purchases. I paid just 299 Norwegian kroner, about $28 for my Bergen to Oslo train, instead of the standard 950 Norwegian kroner, which is around $90. Check out this comprehensive taxi price comparison graphic to see how Norway stacks up against Germany and the USA. Norway's best experiences are often completely free. Hiking the spectacular trails costs nothing, and many museums have free entry days, typically Sundays. When I visited the Viking Ship Museum, I discovered they offer 20% discounts after 3 p.m. Always ask about student, youth or senior discounts. These can save you 10 to 30% on most attractions. I visited in late May, just before high season. Accommodation was 25% cheaper than July prices, and I still had great weather and long daylight hours. If you can travel during shoulder seasons like May or June, or even September, you'll find better deals on everything from flights to tours. Let me show you the difference these hacks made. My first 3 days in Norway, I spent approximately 2,500 Norwegian kroner, or $240 daily. After implementing these strategies, I got my daily expenses down to about 1,000 Norwegian kroner, or $95. That's a 60% reduction without sacrificing any experiences. In fact, I'd argue my trip improved once I started living more like a local. Is Norway expensive? Yes, but it doesn't have to break your budget. With these 5 hacks, you can experience everything this beautiful country has to offer without the financial stress. For more Norway budget guides, visit the website. Link in the description below. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more travel hacks. Drop a comment if you have questions about traveling to Norway on a budget. I'm happy to help.